Good evening, folks. I haven't made a video in a week, and what I wanted to make a brief video on is on boundaries. And I do a lot on boundaries, but what I'm thinking about on this one on boundaries is when we talk about boundaries, we're talking about, in my opinion, is leadership. I know some of you know that I'm working on a thing that's what's in your backpack, and like I said before, this is on that movie Up in the Air with George Clooney. But the point with this is when I talk about boundaries, is that when we talk about this as a leader, you have to do things that are maybe not necessarily the good for yourself, but the good of the team or good for the organization. And sometimes even myself, what I find out is that I have to catch myself and say, what am I doing? Is this the good of myself or good of the team? And I also, as a divorced dad, I have to think of this because when you have kids, you have to sometimes make those sacrifices or set those priorities of what is important in your life. And I thought about this yesterday when I picked up one of the girls up at school, and it was like a 4 hour drive up, 4 hour drive back. And more or less, you make that sacrifice because it's one of your kids. And I think we've lost focus on that as well, is because when we set those boundaries, we're saying, well, this we have to do, this we don't have to do, this is a but when we come to kids and things with work, we have to set those boundaries and say, yeah, we got to accept this. The other thing that I realize too is time. Now, as I'm doing this organization and doing other things and then working on this project with Native Americans, I value my time more than I value anything else at this present time. Now that I've got my PhD, that it's important for me to value my time. So when I do things, I do them out of there again my boundaries, but do these things because I want to spend time with this person or do these things because this is something that's important. There again, you're setting the boundaries and saying this is important and that's important. So in essence, when somebody talks to me, I said, well, instead of texting me, please give me a call. So what you're doing is you're setting your boundaries, but so you're also setting your priorities. And I think this is important as you go on in life, and especially if you want to lead a leadership role or increase this of higher boundaries and higher ethical standards, is you have to do this as well. Anyway, this is some food for thoughts, and please like and subscribe at the bottom. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at bthomasmillerpsych@gmail.com. Remember, boundaries are important. That's part of the issue when you are in a leadership position, that you have to set the right boundaries so you can move further in leadership. So my goal here is to tell people you have to have the right boundaries, and once you do have the right boundaries and put the priorities in line, your leadership skills will better. It's in essence what I was thinking about on my trip up there. As you get older, you think about what's your legacy, what's important in life. So, in essence, what you try to do is be remembered for doing the correct things, setting the correct boundaries, being the correct leader. Anyway, folks, I didn't want to take a lot of time up tonight, but I did want to get a video off. Like I said, please like and subscribe. Have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out to me at bthomasmillerpsych@gmail.com. Anyway, try to do a video in the middle of this week. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.